session 2 of my NBA playoff review. Today we will be reviewing game 1 of the Lakers Grizzlies, Heat Bucks, Clippers Suns, and Nuggets Timberwolves. Let's start off. Hey, we gonna start off with the home team, LA Grizzlies. Man, this game was a great game, bro. Like, great game. Man, LeBron James, he played is, what can I say? He played okay, but he didn't play the best basketball he could play, but he didn't need to this day. His supporting cast really helped him out, and it was a great game by the Lakers, great game by the Grizz. AD went out in the first half with an injury. We thought it was over with. I was gasping. I was like, man, not again. But he battled through it, came back in the game. Ja Morant also went out with an injury, but he did not come back. That hand injury looked really bad, and he may be out. But I'm not going to throw the Grizzlies no bail, no nothing. This is the NBA playoffs. You feel me? So it's next man up mentality. And honestly, the past 2 seasons, the Grizzlies, like when Ja Morant went out, the Grizzlies were able to play well without him. It was just the supporting cast of the Lakers played too well. Austin Reeves, D'Angelo Russell, Rui Hachimura, like they came to play. AD, he had so many blocks, I couldn't even count. So, hey, the Lakers took that game, and for the player of the game, like, because I could talk about this game for an hour, but I'm not, for the sake of y'all. But player of the game is really hard because Austin Reeves really did his thing, but Rui, he took that defensive assignment on Jaren Jackson. So I'm going to give him player of the game. Rui Hachimura had 29 points and 6 rebounds. On to the next game, Heat Bucks. Injuries. Like, in the playoffs, you really gotta like play through it. But if you can't, you gotta like sit out and see if you can get back out there. Like, we just talked about AD and Ja Morant. Antetokounmpo, first quarter, went out with a back injury. He did not come back in the game, and the Heat took full advantage of that, bro. And especially Jimmy Butler. They took full advantage of it throughout the night. The Bucks tried to come back with Drew Holiday and the boys, but Middleton, they made runs, but the Heat, Jimmy Butler, he wasn't letting that go. He said Antetokounmpo out, no, we cannot lose this game. And he put in that work the rest of the game. Tyler Hero, another person, went out with an injury. He probably won't be back this series. Man, injuries, it's a big part of the playoffs because who can stay the most healthiest, honestly? What team could stay the most healthiest throughout the playoffs? That's really it. So Jimmy Butler is my player of the game with 35 points, 11 assists, and 5 rebounds. Jimmy Buckets, man, he got it done, and he was really doing what people was ridiculing him of not doing in the past few years, and that's being a bucket. Jimmy Butler, don't be so passive. Go in there, be a bucket that you are. You feel me? On to the next game, Clippers Suns. Another great game. D-Book did his thing. Chris Paul didn't have as many points, but I think he had like 11 assists, 10 rebounds, a few steals. Like, he made up in other areas. KD, of course, did his thing, but on the other side, the Clippers won. Surprisingly, no Paul George, and Kawhi and them boys beat KD, D-Book, and Chris Paul, and they supporting cast. Player of the game goes to Kawhi Leonard, man. 38 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. Kawhi did the same thing as Jimmy Butler. Nobody went down on the Suns' end, but Kawhi said no Paul George, another person riddled with injury. I have to go in the whole game. He's attacking. And Russell Westbrook, clap it up for that effort. Hey, he helped them win too. But Kawhi Leonard is the player of that game, and KD, I think he really has to be the man. He has to show up more in in game two. Him and D Book. I think the way Kawhi was attacking, they need to average like 40 each. I ain't gonna lie. And play better defense. Like throughout this series, these teams need to play better defense or they gonna lose. A lot of teams is losing that, like the Suns, we thought they were gonna beat the Clippers, but they lost. So next and last game, the Nuggets and Timberwolves. Honestly, like I said in my last video, I'm giving teams the respect of one game because the regular season was so good. But the Nuggets might sweep them. I ain't gonna lie. This game was over in the third quarter. It's not much really to harp on this game, but the Timberwolves have to want it. If they want this series, and it's not looking like they gonna win, but if they want to win, they gonna have to show that they want to win. Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards, they gonna have 40 each, and that may not even be enough. But they need to show that they want it. For real, for real. That's just it. That's all, because them boys over there, Jokic, Murray, Michael Porter Jr., a fellow Laker alumni, KCP, out there doing their thing. So I give player of the game to Jamal Murray, 24 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. Great game. Love seeing Jamal Murray in the playoffs, man. I hope he stays healthy. I hope a lot of these players stay healthy so we can see a great competitive NBA playoffs, man. But that's all I got for y'all. Next up tomorrow, game twos, and I will be covering it, man. Shout out to the Game Changers. We out.